All right, so we have Kyle Nguyen here with us, who's running for Treasurer, Logistics, and Fundraising Chair. So you can begin your first speech. Just let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Kyle Nguyen, and I'm gonna be a junior studying computer science next year at UW-Madison. And I choose to run for treasurer in VSA, UW-Madison. First, because I just think that I fit in with the position. I like to work with like numbers, and I also like to organize stuff. So like I expect being treasurer would be like working with grants, and I'm gonna have to be like on time. So I think I can make sure those things will be everything will be good. And second of all, because I was intern for EVP, which is external vice president, fall 2019, as well as being an intern for fundraising, spring 2020. I am familiar with a lot of like VSA activities throughout the year. So, and a lot of it does involve like money, and grant is a thing that does decide like whether the project will turn out good or bad. So like I think I can definitely get those grants on time and help out with like other position.
All right, and then we'll be asking you a few questions. Jonathan will be asking you a few questions on behalf of his position, and you'll have 1 minute to answer
Okay.
What's up, Kyle?
each.
Do you
What's
see
up,
me?
Jonathan?
Or can you hear me? Oh, okay, bet.
I can yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so your first question is what are your experiences with presentations?
With presentation?
Yeah, like are you like do you do well with them? Are you able to like I guess like present them?
Mm-hmm. Oh, is that your only question, or are you gonna like?
Oh, there's four. There's four. Yeah. So
Okay.
you'll answer this one and then yeah.
Okay. You can click start then. I think I'm confident like with presentation. I have no problem. Like, I mean, I might not be like too good at like come up with like a presentation like on PowerPoint, but I can definitely get the information that I need to the people. Yeah.
That you're presenting to. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Your second question is grant hearings for ASM are usually on Tuesday evenings, and MSc they're usually on Wednesday evenings. Are you able to attend these? Also for the the MSc ones, they're a lot more flexible, but the ASM ones are usually on Tuesdays. That's something, yeah.
I definitely are available on those times, both Tuesday and Wednesday, and so yeah.
Your third question is what are some ways you plan to meet deadlines?
You can start then. I am pretty old school. I usually have my calendar like on a paper, but however, like whenever the lines, so I can clearly see the timelines of the activities and stuff, and to see which I need to do first and what are the priorities, and I can also add to like the stuff I want to add because it's just on paper. However, to like support it, I usually when the deadline is near, I always set it like the timer on my phone. So like a week before or like 5 days before, it will like click and like remember to finish it.
Nice. And then your last question is what is your work ethic like?
My work. Wait, do we start immediately? Work ethic, like how how I work with people. Do you mean?
More
in
so
terms of ethic?
like if you have like a certain amount of work and like your ability to perform and do the work, I guess. Whether that be like school or just like a job or like VSA. Like what is it like?
That's an interesting question.
Mhm. Like would you say that you're pretty on top of a lot of your responsibilities, or like are there certain times that like you fall short, like things like that?
I would say there are times I fall short, I have to admit. However, I do have my priorities. So, and VSA is definitely one of them. So like if it's VSA related, I will definitely not miss it. Everything should be on time. And like VSA projects, it will be like be done 2 weeks before.
Cool. Thank you, Kyle.
Thank you. Anyone else have question for me?
All right, Kyle. So you'll have 1 minute for your next speech for the next position, which is logistics. So just let me know when you're ready.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I'm ready. I also will be running for logistic. Beside like working with numbers and keeping things organized, I really enjoy planning, organizing, like just making a plan, a timeline plan of things, and like optimizing is also like a thing that I always care about, especially if it's like an event. You should have like people doing every things and cooperate with each other the best they can.
All right, and Kelly will be asking you a few questions.
So, hello, Kyle. My
Hello.
first question is, when planning events, how would you handle a situation where many people have different suggestions that you don't necessarily agree with?
Let me think about it. I don't. Okay, yeah, we can start. So I was kind of study engineering before, and we have this thing called prototype. Like we have this process, and you always do the prototype and then like and then you test it. So I think, well, sometimes there will be things that I won't agree with, but it's good to make tests of like certain ideas. Just just throw out tests at first and to see how it works. And from that, people will see what's the best idea to choose from.
Okay. How will you delegate tasks when it comes to big events?
Delegate mean like
Assigning tasks and
assigning a
roles.
task.
Yes.
Like how do I assign tasks? Like normally people just assign tasks because like to people.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can start this question. So how I assign tasks with people is that, well, at first it'll be like what I would do is I just gonna have like each person and a job that I would want them to do based on how I view them, how I think that's their strength is. And from that, I will still go over with them to make sure like, oh, everyone on the list will have the time to do it. If not, I'll jump in and help out. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. If you could change something about our Art celebration, what would it be?
Only one thing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can list multiple things if you have. Just anything you'd like to change.
I'm just kidding. Well, because like there's just small things, like just better food in general. Like it's a small thing, you know. But for that show, I really like the fact that we're really cooperate with the Viet community around us. I think we can still bring it up on another level in terms of making or buying traditional food, like traditional Vietnamese food, and like just give it around, like just small dessert or sweet, not necessarily like lunch. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Can you describe your event planning process?
Yeah, sure. My event planning process, it would be depends on the events that I will be planning. I mean, for that, it's a big event, so it should be done like you guys did, like before spring semester even started. But in general, what I would do is that I would go through whatever you guys did in last year. I would go through to understand what you guys did, what's the good thing, what's the bad thing, and then I will come up with like a general plan of myself based on those stuff, like way before the events, and then I will discuss it and get like opinions from other VSAE board members.
Okay, so next question, I'm going to be giving you a scenario. So, an organization has dropped out of your event at the last minute, leaving a huge gap in the show. How would you handle the situation?
A huge gap. Can you define
Yeah.
a huge gap?
So, like, let's say you had like a performance slotted for like 5 minutes, but then they dropped out. So now you have 5 minutes in the show that's just empty. So, what are you going to do about that?
It's just 5 minutes. In my opinion, 5 minutes won't matter. Like, well, I will tell the one that comes like before that's 5 minutes. And also, like, for example, like the MC, I'll kind of, throw in a little like activities, like something. I cannot think like immediately right now, but 5 minutes won't be a big problem to me. A bigger problem would be like 30 minutes. That would definitely affect an event. And for me, I would tell whoever I like cooperate, like don't drop out, like at least like in that 24 hours before the event start. It will mess up our whole plan.
All right, that's all the questions I have for you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Kyle, and then if you just want to give your last speech
Wait.
for fundraising.
Oh, fundraising? Okay.
Yeah. Right. Just let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay.
To me, VSA is not only like a cultural organization that bond people together through Viet-related activities. One of our main goal is also to raise money for children in Vietnam. So, and I think fundraising is like a big factor of where those money would come from. To me, I think fundraising is not easy. It's challenging, but I was an intern for it during spring 2020, so I definitely have experience. So at the same time, I am confident with it, and I think I'm confident with the people I will be working with, whoever they are, to help having all the projects on time and be as good as possible.
And then Sadie will be asking you a few questions.
Okay. Hi. How do you plan to promote and raise awareness for the CPP?
Can we start? I think posting stuff, like just letting those information out is definitely a good way to promote CPP. They have a website, and like we can go in and like check out what they do. I like to be specific in whatever I do, so I will definitely include like very specific information and pictures of what they're currently doing. So it's like promote our fundraising projects.
Okay. For logistics, you got asked about delegating tasks. How comfortable do you feel with delegating tasks for fundraising?
You can start. If I would be a fundraising chair, it would definitely depends on the interns I have. I won't put too much stress on them. At the same time, I still want to push them a little bit, and then I will hop in whenever, whatever I think they're missing, and if they need help, I'll hop in whatever, because that's basically my job, is to get the job done.
How comfortable do you feel reaching out to members for the fundraisers?
I feel pretty comfortable reaching out to people, just like writing emails, and yeah, that's it.
What are some fundraiser ideas you have in mind?
Okay, wait, we just one. You asked for some, right? I'm trying to
Yeah,
think of a
so
good
you
one.
can do like a non-food one and then like a food-related one.
Yeah, let me think of a not food related one. Something Viet related. That's how Ben always wanted to be. Let's see. Okay. There is, well, for food related, although I haven't tested, but I think making egg tarts is a really good choice. It's something that not everyone is familiar with. It's something that can get interest from people in general. And for non-food related, I am thinking of some way to make money off like Vietnamese traditional game, not like đánh bài or like Tinh Lên, more like very, very traditional children games that you pay to play, and like people to enjoy still time together, and we can teach them.
What does a good fundraising semester look like to you?
A good fundraising semester, I mean, I only experienced as an intern for spring 2020. Although we have this COVID-19 going on, but we definitely did a lot before that, and I think it's from my point of view, I think we're doing very good. And spring 2020 for fundraising would be like a good example for me.
Okay, I have one more question. What do you think will be the biggest challenge for you with being on board?
It's a good question. All right, I'm ready. Although I don't know who's gonna be on board next year. It's still dependent on the election. But one thing I see that decide whether the board is good or not a lot is through communication. Although it's more than just talking. It's more like information, like transporting information with each other, and make sure everyone knows what they should do, what like the time, you know. So I can see that's being a challenging problem I will face.
Okay, thank you.